Hi friends, and welcome back. Today I want to take you along for a little clean with me. And right now it is currently Friday afternoon and we are gearing up and getting ready for a really fun and eventful weekend. We're having friends over, so I want to make sure that the place is clean and tidy for when they come, but then also there's just generally a lot that needs to be done around our house. So today, let's spend some time together tidying and cleaning up our home. So on the agenda for today, I want to spend some time tidying up both the visible and invisible messes in our home. I want to take care of the dishes, wash our sheets and towels, vacuum the floors, clean the guest bedroom, and a few other things too. There's a lot to be done and I want to get right into this. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button below for more simple and intentional living videos coming at you twice a week. Let's get right into this. Okay, so I want to start with tidying up. That way we can be working with clean and clear surfaces as we do some of the more deep cleaning later. And as you can see from the mess behind me, it's definitely needed. But something that I want to do right now as I'm tidying is to focus on the visible and invisible messes. I think that when we're tidying, we just naturally tend to focus on those visible messes more. The things that we can see that are just kind of a little bit everywhere. And that's great. It makes our homes look really clean, but often there are invisible messes, things that are tucked behind drawers and cabinets that we don't always see. And because we can't see them, they're invisible, we just kind of neglect them. Or at least I know that's something that I do. So what I want to do now is to spend some time tidying up and yes, focus on the things that I can see because obviously I want my environment to look clean. But I think that in order to get that level deeper and for our space really to feel clean, we need to look at the invisible messes too. So as I'm going around and tidying up, I want to spend some time opening up our drawers, opening up our cabinets, and just making sure that I can reset those spaces as well. There are definitely a couple of cabinets and places right now that I know need some love. So let's go ahead and start tidying now, focusing on the visible and invisible spaces. So I started things off by tidying up the kitchen, beginning with the counters and working my way over to the sink. We had a lot of clean dishes from the previous day, so I just spent a few moments emptying out the sink and putting them all away. Then I was onto the living room where everything was just generally in need of a bit of straightening up. I put all of my electronics and work paraphernalia away before moving on to some of the smaller, loose objects in the space. So I just spent a few minutes tidying up and everything is already starting to look so much more clean and organized. Now comes the fun part though. It's time to start opening up the drawers, opening up the cabinets, make sure those get tidied up as well. And let's start with this one by the TV. I can tell you right now, there's a lot there that doesn't belong. So for the TV stand, the main thing that I needed to do was just to put everything that didn't belong there back in its place. We'd had quite a few things, whether it was art supplies or books, that had kind of made their way into that shelf, and they just needed to go back to their homes. Then for my tea cupboard and pantry, the systems of organization that I'd put in place a few months back had just kind of gotten a little bit messy. And so I wanted to spend some time tidying those back up and just restoring order. All right, everything is looking good on the tidying front and it feels so good just to have been able to reset some of the cupboards and drawers that we had in our home. Now though, I want to tackle our towels and sheets. I want to wash both of those. I've been trying to get into the habit of washing our sheets a lot more regularly lately. I think I used to do it like every 2 to 3 weeks. I'm trying to do it every single week lately and I just love the feeling of fresh, clean sheets. So let's go ahead and head over to the bedroom, strip the bed, and throw on a load of laundry. After I stripped the bed, I quickly went over to the bathroom to grab our towels and brought both our towels and our sheets over to the laundry room to be washed. Then I just pop them all in the washer together and throw on a load. okay, well, we're being productive, we're getting a lot done, but I've sat down for a moment because I need to take a quick break, getting a little bit hungry, and I want to make myself a smoothie. And I think especially on days where we're being productive, we're getting a lot done, it's so important that we just build some margin into our day and give ourselves a chance to rest and recharge, even if it's only for a short period of time. So I'm going to take a break, make myself a smoothie, and while I do that, I want to share with you guys a bit about today's sponsor, Daily Harvest. And Daily Harvest is all about providing good, clean food delivered right to your door. They have smoothies, soups, bites, bowls, and a whole lot more. Right now, like I said, I think I'm feeling like a smoothie, and they have this amazing strawberry and peach one that sounds absolutely divine right now. Let me go ahead and grab it. So here it is, and what's so cool is that they actually list out all of the main ingredients for you on the side. So this one has strawberries, bananas, peach, raspberry, oats, and goji berries. And side note, I recently discovered that I love goji berries. They're so good. But I actually discovered Daily Harvest from my friend here on YouTube, Michelle Reed, a few months ago, and I've been loving it ever since. They have really flexible plans and delivery schedules. And my favorite part is that they just make eating fruits and vegetables practical and easy for your everyday life. And these things are seriously easy to make too. Just pour everything in a blender, add some liquid, I'm going with oat milk, and blend it up. And just like that, we're done. So easy. Now comes the important part though. You need to have a taste test. It's so good. The oat milk with the strawberry, the peach. We're like coming up on spring right now, and this just feels like the perfect smoothie for that. Now though, I'm going to sit down and enjoy this, and I actually got one other little Daily Harvest snack to, just have a bite of while I chill for a few minutes. And that's these banana cacao bites. They have banana, cashew, oats, almond, dark chocolate, and chaga. They're kind of like little energy balls, but they taste like a healthy cookie dough. They're so delicious. I wasn't supposed to eat one there, but I just couldn't wait for a bite. These really are just one of my favorite healthy afternoon snacks and just one of my all-time favorite things from Daily Harvest. So if you're wanting to discover some clean, healthy, and really easy food options, I cannot recommend checking Daily Harvest out enough. And if you're wanting to try out Daily Harvest for yourself, Daily Harvest has kindly hooked my viewers up with a great discount code. Just use the code Ashlynne to get up to $40 off of your first box. And I'll have all the information you need linked up for you in the description box below, so be sure to check that out. They really do make eating clean just feel really easy and effortless. Now, I have a smoothie to drink, so I'm going to finish this and I'll catch up with you on the other side of my break. This literally is just so good. Just finished with my break and I'm feeling so much more refreshed and ready to keep going now. So what I want to do next is to tackle the dishes, especially the sink. And there are just a handful of dishes, including our blender, that I want to wash or put in the dishwasher. But what I really want to tackle is the sink. It is a little bit gross at the moment, and so I need to spray that down, sanitize it, and give it a good scrubbing. It's one of those things that we use all the time in our home, but that I just don't pay attention to often enough. So right now, it's time to give our sink some love. So step one here was just to wash and rinse out all of the dishes that I'd set aside from earlier, and all the ones that I could put in the dishwasher, I did. Then step two was to give the sink a good scrubbing. Honestly, I'm a bit embarrassed to admit that I actually don't know when the last time I cleaned the sink was, and I feel like you could tell looking at it. It was not looking too good when I first came to it, but in a way, I feel like it almost makes it more satisfying having that fresh, clean sink as a result. And then finally, step three was just putting all of the cleaning dishes onto the drying rack. Got the dishes done, the sink all clean. We're making moves here. The sink was actually pretty disgusting. I really need to remind myself just to clean that more often because it really does get dirty so much faster than the rest of our kitchen. I actually started following this girl on Instagram who does Sink Sunday, where she'll just kind of use Sunday as her mental reminder, her cue to clean the sink. And I love that idea of just making that a part of my routine on just a more ongoing basis because sometimes I think the sink just gets neglected. So I'm making a mental note, whether it's something like Sink Sunday or I use some other cue, some other reminder to clean my sink. I just need to get to that more often. But with the sink out of the way, I want to turn my attention now to the rest of the kitchen. So I want to spray and wipe down all of our counters and the cabinets. It isn't something that I do every single time that I clean my home, but recently I've been noticing that there's some food residue that's just kind of been accumulating on the kitchen cabinets, so I want to give those a wipe down as well. And while I've got my spray bottle out, I think I might give all my living room furniture a quick wipe down too. So I started just by wiping down my kitchen counters and the island using my trusty Blue Land cleaning spray. And once I'd done that, I'd moved on to the cabinets, mostly focusing on spot washing them wherever I noticed they were dirty. I also noticed that our fridge was looking a bit streaky, so I also spent a few moments just wiping that down too. Then for our living room, I wiped down our coffee table, removing anything that was in the way. Then I also did our TV stand and bookshelves. So quick update for you, we've now wiped down everything in the kitchen and living room, and it really is starting to look good in here. I do still want to tackle the floors because there is still quite a good bit of dirt and debris on those, but things are starting to really take shape. Right now though, I want to switch our laundry over because our load just finished up the wash cycle, so I want to go ahead and put that in the dryer before we do anything else. So we've got the laundry switched over and now it's time to tackle the floors. And I am all about not making more work for myself than I need to. So looking at my floors, I really don't think that they're that dirty. So instead of getting out my broom and my mop and kind of doing the whole process with cleaning our floors, what I'm going to do instead is just get out our vacuum. I'm going to vacuum the rug in our main living area and then do the same thing with our floors. It might not be quite as thorough as sweeping the entire floor and then mopping it, but it'll get the job done and we'll end the day with clean floors. And if I need to, I can always go back and spot wash any areas that might need a bit of a deeper clean. When it comes to cleaning my home, I'm all about making decisions so that I can work smarter, not harder, and I feel like this is one of them. So let's go ahead and grab my vacuum now and we can start on the floors. And as I was vacuuming, I tried to pay some special attention to the hot spots in areas that get a lot more traffic and thus just naturally get a bit more dirty. And one of the biggest ones for us is the area around the trash can. So we just gave it a bit of extra love. Well, we've made it. We are on to the last item on my cleaning checklist, and we've gotten so much done today. But I'm here in the guest bathroom now because the last thing that I want to do before I call it quits for the evening and Christopher and I go on a nice little date night tonight is to clean our guest bathroom. And honestly, I rarely ever use this bathroom. It's at the front of the house, and so it's really easy for me to forget about it. But before we have company over, I always try to make sure that it's clean and tidy. Unfortunately, I don't think that we need to clean the shower since it should still be clean from the last time that we had company into town and we don't have anyone staying with us this weekend, but I definitely want to make sure that I clean the sink, toilet, and the mirror. So let me go ahead and get out my cleaning supplies and let's finish this cleaning day strong with the bathroom. So for the bathroom, I pretty much always like to start off by cleaning the counter. That way I can use the same rag for both the sink and the toilet, because it's a bit gross if you try doing it the other way around. But then for the toilet itself, instead of working top to bottom like I normally do, I kind of like to work towards the center, ending things off with cleaning the toilet bowl itself. Then switching out my rag for a paper towel, I finished off the bathroom by wiping down the mirror. And last but not least, my load of laundry finished up in the dryer, so I also took a moment to make the bed. Well, we did it. It is now a few hours later than when we started, but our house is now clean, it's tidy, it's ready for the weekend, ready for guests, and I'm feeling really accomplished and good. For me, cleaning is one of those things that I don't necessarily enjoy all that much in the moment, except vacuuming. I do really enjoy some vacuuming, but that feeling that you get on the other side of having a clean, organized, and tidy home really is just incredible. Also, I did want to give a quick shout out. You guys know that I love listening to audiobooks, listening to music, watching YouTube videos while I'm cleaning, and today I was watching Kara and Nate's travel vlogs while I was cleaning. That definitely gave me some motivation to continue. I just discovered their channel recently, and if you enjoy some good quality travel content, definitely be sure to check them out. Right now though, I'm about to go change and get ready for Christopher and I's little date night tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. Before I go though, don't forget that if you want to try out Daily Harvest for yourself, you can get up to $40 off your first box using the link in the description box below and my code Ashlynne. So be sure to check that out. And don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already. That's everything for today's video though, but I hope you enjoyed coming along with me as we clean and tidy my home. I hope this gives you some motivation and inspiration to do the same. That's it for now though. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one.